What is up, guys, and welcome to Houses and Hustlers. My name is Warren Maxey, and this is our second edition of Houses and Hustlers, where we bring you the top entrepreneurs, not only how they winning, but how they are living.
Hi everyone, Mary Van Alstyne here, co-host of Houses and Hustlers, and today's hustler we have with us is Emmy Montes.
Emmy, it's great to have you today, and Emmy is a top real estate agent, and she has an amazing story. And Emmy, welcome.
Thank you both. Thank you very much. And it's nice to be here. Kind of excited about this project you guys are taking on. It's pretty cool.
Tell us your story.
So, yeah, let me tell you my story, and I'll try and make it a short version, not the long one. But I actually came to Arizona a couple of years ago from the San Francisco Bay Area, and I was living an amazing life up there with corporate housing. I didn't have to pay for anything, a nice, beautiful six figures, just living the life, living my best life. And I came to Arizona for love, as many of you maybe have done in the past. And I give it all up to come. I was ready to start the rest of my life. I had it all planned out. I was going to be happy. I was coming here. I had the opportunity to retire, not have to work anymore. I was just gonna float in the pool. And but of course, being the hustler that I am, I can't sit still either. So I did come here and ended up doing Airbnb out of the home that we were living in. The rooms, we had a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and decided that, well, he was off at work all day. I was at home floating in the pool, but I wanted to do something. So I started with Airbnb in the rooms. And that took off really nicely, and I still got to float in the pool. And one day, my significant other threw me a curveball and said, I'm not in love with you anymore. So we parted ways, and very amicable, which was really nice as well. Because I'll tell you what my biggest issue was. I had already put it in my head that I was never going to clock in and clock out again. That was my biggest fear, that I would, now I'm back in this place where I'm gonna have to clock in. I'm not doing that, there's no way. I decided I was gonna be a real estate agent because that was on my bucket list and I hadn't fulfilled it, so maybe this was the opportunity to do so. So I, took the test, I studied. I had to study. I mean, I was studying all day long. And finally took the test. And I'll be honest with everybody right here, the first time around, I passed it. I mean, I was like 74 instead of 75. And I'm not ashamed to say that because I still picked myself back up and said, no, I'm going to do this. And went back to
But some of the people take the real estate test like six
times. Yeah, it's pretty common. Most people.
And I took another few days. The following probably week, I took it again, passed it, no problem. But not everybody's a great test taker, as we know, right? You get nervous and so forth. But I knew I knew that I could pass it, so I got that taken care of. And from there, again, we still were under the same roof, and so I worked for Realty One Group, and I was at a 50-50 split. And I think that was a really good way to start as a real estate agent because I didn't have I was very new in Arizona. I'd only been in Arizona for, not even a year, 6 months at the time. Because I don't know if I mentioned it, but I've only been a real estate agent it's going to be 2 years in June of this year. Wow. Not very long. So I started working 50-50 with Realty One Group, and it gave me a lot of experience. And it was a team, that you worked, so you were able to call different people. And during that team, I was able to team up with one of their top people. Somehow or other, we meshed and we started working together. So that helped me a lot. I learned a lot in a very short period of time. Besides the fact that I like to be the go-to person. I don't want to have to go to someone to find out information. I've always been, I don't care what job I'm in, I like to learn fast enough to where I'm the go-to person. I want to know. So my hunger for knowledge brought me there. So I worked there, and I think I was with them for maybe 6 months, 6 to 8 months. Did really well. I actually got recognized very quickly within the group, which made me feel, really proud. And because I was producing, they weren't. As a matter of fact, they have a training program that they were implementing at the time, and I was their first one on there. Well, I was over here, and they're over here trying to train this, and they're like, well, wait, you're not supposed to have any deals yet. Oh, I go, I'm not? I go, I'm going to starve to death if I don't. You don't know my situation. I got to get to work. You had no idea what's going on in my life.
Can I go back to something? And maybe you or Mary can refresh my memory. But you talked about the company and how you were here and they were over here. Like they were still putting you in training wheels, but you were already here making deals, stuff like that.
They're trying to catch up to me.
Yeah, they don't know people. You said they don't know your situation. And what's the adage? Necessity is the mother of invention. Is that what it is? Is that? Am I getting that right?
I think that's right. Something like that.
Okay, something like that. Okay, yeah. So you were kind of like in a situation where you had to get out there and hustle and do it because of your circumstance, and they couldn't perceive what was going on in that regard. So that was a pretty special deal.
It was. Yeah, I had to. I was between a rock and a hard spot. What I say, right? Because I needed to, because my desire was so great to not clock in and clock back out, and my boyfriend at the time, or ex at that moment, throwing me this curveball. I had to think fast, and I'm like, I have to think fast. I got to figure this out. Again,
That's also too. Sorry to cut you off, but you talked a little bit about personal growth, because I know off camera you talked a lot about doing yoga and personal growth and like the books that you read and stuff like that. How did that play into your success?
The yoga, I love doing that.
Oh,
that
me too.
That is, oh my gosh, that's awesome. That is something that I've made it a practice. Every morning I get up and, I'll be honest, I used to do an hour of yoga and I hated it. I did. I think for me, it's like an hour's too long, I can't sit still. Mm-hmm. So now I've cut it down to 30 minutes and now I'm religious about it. I'm far better at it than I ever have been. And I've come to realize that it's not about the quantity, but the quality of that. And the yoga is something just allows you to stop. And that's key too, because there are times that you get into that place where you're going, you don't stop. You have to stop at some point. You have to stop. So that was key. And I like to read all types of books. I mean, not only, I like a lot of Eckhart Tolle. I love Eckhart Tolle.
We would get along well, I have.
Oh my God.
Because we have to share books.
Yes, absolutely.
Who was Eckhart Tolle?
I would call him probably a spiritual teacher, philosopher.
Yes.
Yeah. He talks about the present moment and
living in the now.
Living in the now and things like that.
Okay.
And yes, you, Michael Singer, I don't know.
Oh, yes. Yes. Changed
Amazing.
my life, that one,
Yeah.
Oh, really? Jeez,
Beautiful books, beautiful, a lot of self-growth, a lot of good, feeling inside that it leaves you with. I can tell you throughout this whole journey, I'm just an entrepreneur at heart to begin with. Always have been. I had this epiphany, it seemed like one day, and after I was in my home that I live in now, and I had this second living room, very large living room. I mean, I couldn't have enough furniture to put in that place. And decided that, how do I make more money? So I don't have to clock in, and decided to close it off and put a private entrance in the front of the house and a private exit from the side of the house. And I created this guest suite out of this living room that was sitting there that nobody had used in 2 years. And I closed it off. I made that guest suite, and I put a bathroom, shower, little sitting area, little kitchenette, and it's like a studio. Really cute studio.
So that brings me to my next point. This is Houses and Hustlers.
Yeah.
So tell us, well, you already kind of told us about the house, so we're going to see a little bit of that, and then tell us about your new house, that your additional house or your second house, or
Yeah.
third one, fourth one, I don't know, but tell us about that one. What
Yeah.
you like so much about it, and we're gonna
Yes.
show it too. But
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about that one and what made you choose to get that additional house
Yeah,
as well.
I'm super excited about this additional house because of the fact that I did the guest suite in mine and have seen the success I've had with it. I'm in the process of, it's a new build. It's a house, a main house, and it has a casita attached to it with private entrance. So I'm doing the same thing. That casita is going to pay for that house.
Oh,
and I get to
wow.
live in it.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful
And you
thing.
can always go back on your experience with the Airbnb.
Mhm.
Okay, experience and as a having that experience.
Yes.
So you like cars. So tell us
I
about
do.
your cars that you got, because I know you got what is
Yes.
it, 2, 3, 4? I don't know how many you're up to now, but you like cars, all types of cars.
Great
Okay.
cars. I don't know. It's like, okay, so listen. Okay, I'm gonna justify them. Okay, right now. I have my Honda CR-V, which is practical. Look at the gas prices, people. It's very expensive. It gives me great gas mileage. I've been the only owner of that vehicle. I know the history it has, so I really have a hard time letting it go right now. I really do. So I said, okay, well, that could be my second vehicle. But then the spring is here, and it's so lovely to go out in the convertible. I have a Lexus SC40 430. It's just, I don't know, it's just nice to have, you let the top down, and it's just my fun vehicle, and, and so forth. And because I do a lot of Airbnb and things like that, and I'm an entrepreneur, like I said, at heart, every girl needs a truck. So I just
Well, that's a
bought-
monster truck. I'll let you talk about it. Okay, let's anyway, I'll let you say it.
It's a
Like,
Chevy Silverado, nothing fancy or nothing, but it's,
it's huge though. Like,
yeah, it's
and you-
got big wheels and tires, and just, I've always wanted a truck, and I wanted to have leather inside. I don't know, that's what I wanted. So you know what? I said, no, I'm gonna get it. That's it. I'm gonna get it. So
beautiful.
that's what I drove in today. So I just picked it up yesterday. That's kind of cool. Of course, that's why.
Well, Emmy, we definitely appreciate you coming in and sharing your story, your inspirational story for
Thanks
our
for having me, guys.
viewers.
Thank
Absolutely. And so, how do people get a hold of you if they want to touch base with you? Because you can not only direct them here in Arizona, but elsewhere as well, as far as like
California. I can help out in California, obviously Arizona and Nevada.
And how do they get a hold of you on what's your Instagram, email, Instagram?
My email. Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
I'll probably have to send those over to you, right? My email's Emmy, your AZ Realtor @gmail.com, and of course you can reach me on my phone number,
Okay.
702. I still have a 702 because my kids all live in Vegas still.
Housing Hustler, we really appreciate you stopping by. So,
Thank you. This is
yeah.
feels really good. Thank you for doing this.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, thank you so much. Okay, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Till next time.